Namaste. I'm Dr. Robert. And today on 5-ish Minutes with Dr. Robert, my subject is plants and communicating with them. Human beings tend to, especially nowadays, be completely ignorant of and oblivious to our external environments. In particular, in the context of plants, who don't move around a whole lot and therefore, for many people, are not very interesting. It is important to remember, however, that plants respire oxygen. That means they take in carbon dioxide and they put out oxygen, which you and I require because we take in oxygen and put out carbon dioxide. Therefore, plants and animals are working together, and it is a very good idea to be on good terms with plants. I can honestly say that some of my best friends are trees whose friendship I have cultivated over an extended period of time. And I would encourage everybody to get out and communicate with a tree. Remember that a tree, or for that matter any kind of plant, is not really going to understand human language. They're far away from having the same kind of organs we do. They do understand emotion, however. They do understand intention, and they particularly understand whether you were benignly interested in them or whether you are malevolently interested, or whether you're completely uninterested and amoral, couldn't care less about them. So if you want to get to know what it's like to really have a good relationship with a plant, you need to be able to get rid of your humanness just for a bit and connect to the plant on the level of prana. And if you can do that, go out and locate a tree, an older tree, and honestly, and I'm speaking from personal experience here, I have found a lot better success communicating with trees that are deciduous as opposed to evergreens. Evergreens, I don't know. I at least have a greater challenge interacting with individual trees. Some of the really older ones, certainly I've had success with, less with the younger ones. But even oak trees, where I tend to be around oaks a lot, I find that even younger oaks often I can establish some kind of alignment with. You can often tell when you and a tree are on the same wavelength because because your prana and its prana will be well aligned. There will be a very slight amount of wind that will just move the leaves, and you'll be able to feel that in your own prana, that there's just a mutual movement of prana that is beneficial and desirable. This doesn't have to be limited to trees, of course. It's just often easier with trees because they are much larger, and after they've lived for a while, they have become elders, and they are. They are very worth going to and getting advice from, provided that you can get that alignment and receive that advice. But you can communicate with other plants also. My father, his main, in fact, his only hobby was gardening, and he didn't have a green thumb. He had 10 green fingers. He could make pretty much anything grow, and part of the reason for that is that he would always talk to his plants. He admittedly would be using human language, but that was just the top of his sincere desire for the plant to express itself in the best possible way, and the plants would respond, and they would give of themselves. They would express what they could do because they knew that there was someone there that really cared for them. So there are trees, I know, where you are. Go out and you can hug the tree if you want to, but don't just go there and mechanically hug it. Go there and hug it with your prana, and the tree will most certainly respond. This is Dr. Robert wishing all plants, all animals, all sentient beings a successful experience of life.